The one thing that they all have in common, they say every morning, Ed Milet, one of them too,
Yeah,
he sits down and he goes, listen, man, he goes, meditation helps me in so many ways. So I asked my coach, I'm like, listen, I'm hearing about this too much. Real estate is just one of the avenues I have going on. Everything that I want in my life is bigger than real estate. This is just one avenue that I want to take to help people and generate income. But I asked him, I'm like, what is, just so you know, too, in case you want to, he's actually going to be, I'm doing an event with him next week, the 27th in Philly.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, his name's David Meltzer.
I'm speaking with him in Arizona on October 6th.
Awesome, yeah.
David Meltzer,
are
you serious?
Yeah, he's coming next week.
No, I need to meet him before. Yeah,
no doubt.
Wow, holy moly. It's a small community, man.
Yeah, dude.
David Meltzer, his cousin is, one of his cousins is really close with Jeremy Haynes, who is a huge influence in my life.
Okay.
Like, we're all connected.
Yeah, man.
To treat people right.
And how I got to him is a whole different
You're working
story,
with David Meltzer. That's amazing.
Yeah,
like
dude.
He's one of the
that's
most serious thought leaders there is, actually, like on the planet.
Yeah, man. It's
how big of an impact has that had on your everything?
Dude, it just made me one, after speaking with him, like, every other week or whatever, what you start realizing is that these are real people. Like, these aren't robots. These are just people like us that, sit around a table and bullshit, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, when it comes, they take their future and their personal development with their minds so serious, which then, leads to massive results.
Uh-huh.
And the one big thing too is that they, which is why, I love him too, man. It's just like, his big thing is helping people. Like, I remember one coaching call I had with him, and what I'm really deep diving into is coaching. And one of my big asks from him was to coach me on how to be a coach. And I talked to him. I said, listen, there's some times when I run into questions from people who are doing a business that or built something that I've never done before. You know what I mean? We can only do so much. It's not like we've done everything in the world. So I said, how would you handle it? He goes, dude, listen. He goes, one piece of value that you're going to bring to your clients is resources. He goes, whenever you want, he goes, you tie them in on a 5-minute phone call with me. He goes, I have 5 minutes for everyone. Now, a guy who's the CEO of the biggest sports agency company in the world has an unbelievable podcast where he interviews Hall of Famers, professional athletes, the biggest entrepreneurs in the world. And there's probably 15 other things that he does. For him to say that, you know what I mean? Like, just that sentence made such an impact on me.
Wow.
To where it's so easy when you start doing good at some things to kind of get away from being humble or saying, man, I'm too busy, I don't have time. But when you get around people who are doing some serious, who are impacting the world in a way that they do in business and in life, and they still have the time to go out and help people and be nice to people, like, that's the example that I look at.